All right, I asked my Twitch chat if they wanted me to make a first season Ventures video first time playing mission, and that's what I'm doing here today. So we're running Penny because, you know, Cat, Penny, someone in the stream wanted me to run Penny for what I'm sure were not Halloween themed reasons, but I figured it was super fitting, and we're going to be doing a basic farming build. Now, there are some really good loadouts for this season that you might want to consider, and a lot of you guys have wanted Ventures loadouts for this season. In my Ventures rewards video, I show a really good video. It's technically like season 17 loadouts, but the game has not changed that much. However, parts of the game have changed. We got two brand new heroes that are actually really good for this season. Madcap is really good with the close range modifier, so if you want to use his Teddy, go for it. And Mayhem, her shock tower is just as good, especially with that close range modifier, because enemies take more damage nearby and less damage further away. So these are two great candidates for, honestly, videos that I should probably make. And while this is a Blasted Badlands showcase, my Cloak Shadow video from this playlist is still good. Honestly, really good loadout. I am going to be showing that off, I'm sure. I want to be a higher power level before I show off builds like this. I know the tip cup's kind of covering it, but I'm not really showcasing that right now anyway. But that's a solid build, and you know what? I don't want to scam you guys. So obviously, Crossbones, Barrett, you know, just you pause the video wherever you need it. These are the heroes you want: Battle Beat and either Paleo Luna or Assassin Sarah. This is Lotus Assassin. It's just Founders. Assassin Sarah is the exact same. This just works. It's really good. Blakebeard Stash, close range, Cloak Shadow. He should be doing more damage with the modifier. It's a really good build for Halloween and a very fitting hero. I know he's like a Frost Knight character, but like, come on, this is a Halloween dude. Are you kidding me? The man's a shadow. He's a shadow. All right, so this is the build I'm running. Basic farming build. I have found that Fossil Southie in the lead with Clip and support is identical gains to Clip in the lead and Fossil Southie in support. I did not find a difference. I made multiple hour-plus long videos on my channel demonstrating the differences. It was a lot of testing. Blast in the Past, of course, for Fossil Southie. Archaeologist, just for the cost effectiveness. And then we got Parasaur Jess and Isa here, just to activate Blast in the Past. Then we got Clip herself, because she should always be in the build somewhere. And then Fleet, just to run around a bit quicker. It should help out. I'm not really going to be focusing on combat, and as I always tell people, do not start with Fight the Storm. Your very second Ventures quest is going to be Fight the Storm. Your first one is just complete a mission, and then it's going to be Atlas, Fight the Storm, and then Retrieve the Data, which is like right over here. I recommend doing power level 15 missions only. If you do all the power level 15 missions, you might hit like level 7 and then just stop. Come back the next day and then do the power level 15 missions to follow. So I would recommend build a radar grid, or even better yet, resupply. You basically can't fail this mission. All you're doing is looting, which is what you want to be doing anyway, and then you win in 10 minutes. That's pretty much it. I don't think anybody here has barely had a chance to even play Ventures this season, because it came out like an hour and a half ago as recording. So yeah, this is essentially going to be me hanging out, giving Ventures tips while farming in Hexylvania. I guess one thing I could note is how to get metal, but we can get to that a little bit later. All right, loaded in, nice and fresh. So, of course, the reason we start with a farming build is that this game, you know, Ventures, starts you off broke. You have nothing. You get nothing. So you need to start from somewhere. Okay, I guess you get like a little bit of ammo and 2 gray weapons. So what we're going to want to be focusing on are glowing animals. That is one of the primary ways to get things, and metal. So metal is really rare in these Hexylvania zones. My recommendation are finding anomalies like this one, or encampments, and doing those. I guess I'm skipping quest lines this time around, but that's okay. These will give you a lot of metal. I don't know how much they're going to give you in the lower zones, but as you go up and up in the power levels, as you're queuing power level 23 missions and 34 and beyond, you'll be able to get more and more and more metal. It's going to be a little bit harder to get that earlier on, of course, because of that, but if you're trying to craft traps where you're using a lot of nuts and bolts and stuff, it can be really recommended to kill the glowing animals and recycle their loot. Enemies here are going to be pretty much worthless to fight because we are going up to a 15 zone. So I guess I'm actually doing more damage than I thought. And with abilities doing more damage so long as you're in range, you can see goes from 40 to 80. They do double damage in close proximity. As I step away, we can actually illustrate that it goes down to 40, and then the closer you get, it would go up. So Yeah, I don't really know why I'm grabbing the blue glow. I have a daily quest for saving survivors, so that might come in. But really, with resupply, all you have to do is grab these. So let's... Oh, okay, hang on. There we go. Let's actually... Is that going to count? Perfect. Farm as much as we can. Now, I'm not really dead focused on trees necessarily, but searching containers is good. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You find a weapon like this and you can recycle it, or in this case, get a direct upgrade. This is just a stronger weapon. I know going from a power level 1 weapon to a power level 10 is not 10 times better, but you know, it's still free loot. You know, it's free real estate. So if you are running an Outlander in your first mission, which I recommend, of course, you should be grabbing these fragments. That can give you a free teddy to use and reduce cooldown, which is great. And I don't know why I'm trying to phase shift instead of anti-material charging. This is what happens when you talk and farm, people. I'm trying to use a phase shift that I don't have to perform the wrong action, but this is good down here. So this is a situation where clip could be considered better, and I've seen that argument. I will still be Team Southie though, because it just makes sense. The most of the quartz you're going to be getting in this game, actually let's do this, is going to be coming from recycling weapons and stuff. It doesn't matter. Actually, can I just do it from down here? Oh man, that's so annoying. No, there has to be a way. There has to be a way. I want to do it. I want to get the quartz. Can I go from... All right, never mind. I'm just going to do it this way. Yeah, normally you can... Not normally, but yeah, very often you can build your structures in a weird way to reach stuff that you normally can't. Obviously, I was unsuccessful in that situation right there. And I might have been able to get it if I tried and tried, but... You know, it's all the interest of time here. I'm not trying to spend the entire game. Like, this whole mission is not with the purpose of, can I get quartz? This mission is with the purpose of getting started. You know, I want to be able to start my next games and beyond with resources. So worrying about one piece of quartz is not the end of the world. And honestly, clip's only 33%, so I might not even get more quartz. But searching those containers can be good, and honestly, just playing the game from there. Doing your quest lines are good as well. I think if you are trying to enjoy this game, unmuting the cinematics and listening to the character voices is great. Obviously, while I'm... Wow, that was fun. That was all the tape... Not even. 15 out of 20. Okay. Obviously, as I'm recording a video and currently streaming, after I'm done with this, I'll be getting back to my chat, I can't really pay attention to the voice lines as well, but yeah. Now, getting vending machine stuff isn't really worth it in the lower levels. It's really bad. You are going to grow out of those early weapons real fast. See, this is where it works great. Hey, look at that. Might have gotten a little bit of extra. No, I didn't. I got one. All right, well, it's still a good time to ignore the vending machines, because you're going to get better loot later very quickly, and I just don't think it's worth it. So I don't even know what I'm getting. I'm sure there's like a funny quest I'm missing here. I enabled voice lines for the Unusual Oddities quest when I shouted out those new heroes earlier, but okay, AS said 2 4-floor piece on a diagonal would have gotten it. Oh, I completely forgot these existed. Whoa. I completely forgot these existed. All right, well, we're all learning something today. But I unmuted all of the voice lines for Unusual Oddities, and it was fun. It was nice listening to the characters talk and the funny jokes they make and the references and easy quartz that time. And it was nice knowing why I was grabbing dinosaur parts and stuff for like Luna's quest line. That made the game a lot better. But in this case, I will be deprived of the... Can I just like... Easy save, yes, okay, free loot, there we go. Not the most fruitful zone I've ever seen. Now, of course, I'm loading in with a group here. If you played solo for your first Ventures game, that might be good, because you can just hoard everything, get all the glowing animals, but glowing animals are more of a target in future games, because once they've all been killed, I'm pretty sure they're just kind of dead now, and then they sort of stay dead, so... Yeah, ooh, what do we got here? So there's the metal I was talking about. So now we can find out together. This is also shared. So Johnny and I, because we're in the same proximity, will actually be able to both get the metal from this, which is awesome. In fact, even in regular missions, I will regularly call out anomalies and encampments to my teammates, because an encampment in High Twine can give you about 400 metal. That is a lot of metal for not a lot of work. I'll let him grab that because he's already on it. That is awesome. And if you can double, quadruple, triple that loot, let's see. How much metal do we get just for an easy anomaly? Okay, not a ton. I knew it wouldn't be, but still, we're at 118 metal. It's not a lot. It's going to be a building out a brick kind of season, but ooh, trap anomaly. And I get to do target practice, my favorite thing in the entire game. All right, we're winning. So trap anomalies are great. Metal's tricky, but if you're just trying to craft traps, you know, getting 100% return on these is excellent. And I'm glad I recorded this. I had to run a poll on Twitch chat if I even wanted to do this, because I just had a weird idea one day to record my first game ventures, and based on the views, you guys seem to really like that. And then sometimes the videos go up and down, and I don't always want to make a video that's unpopular, but I have a lot to say this season. You can probably guess. In fact, I'm going to tab out just to plug this. You can probably guess that I just made my how to get every item video 6 days ago. That was a gargantuan undertaking, probably the most work I've put into a video in years. And so all that information is just fresh in my head now. I have all of these tips and tricks on how to get resources quickly. And I did not plan for that video to go live like a few days or a week before a season started. In fact, I started that video in March, so it took me about 5 months to get to it. Wow, reload speed on this thing is great. But I did finally get the video out, and it's convenient timing that it's coming around a time when people might actually want that information. Of course, with a bunch of us starting new venture season, who doesn't want to fix that empty inventory? Granted, farming is one of the biggest topics in this entire game, and it's something that I've mentioned many times on my channel. I don't know what happened on that one. Of course, with the storm hitting me, it's kind of tricky to hit the shot. So there we go. All right. Look at all that free loot. We get a weapon, traps, 10 batteries, copper rustler. If you need a shotgun challenge early on, you can honestly just use that or recycle it. Like, target practice is a really good resource. Now, of course, you can probably have guessed I've played a lot of FPS games in my day, but if you just use a shotgun, you should have no problems with that. Or, I've seen people do this as well, you can use a minigun on stuff like that. Obviously, that's not available as an Outlander, but you can just spray it down with a fully automatic weapon. You don't need to have good accuracy. I like to, you know, try to do my best, you know, show off for the camera a little bit. Oh yeah, these actually, by the way. You can get basically anything. Ammo, rough ore, weapons, slurp juice. Kills could probably be good for me for some kind of quest, but I'm ignoring them. This is another way to get metal here. And I'm going to reach it. Nice and easy. One big punch. So yeah, you can just use a fully automatic weapon, minigun. We're probably not going to see one this early in the game here, but of course, a storm chest is another excellent resource of just everything. Storm chests, target practice, they can give you power cells, crafting supplies, weapons, traps. I mean, you know, whatever Marcus said in the intro of Borderlands was like infinite wealth, fame. What did he say? Fame, fortune, women, something like that. I don't remember exactly what he said, but the intro of Borderlands is in my head because the movie just came out recently and it's garbage. And being the most gamer boyfriend ever, I made my girlfriend... She is such a keeper. Why did she let me do this? I showed her the intro to Borderlands 1 and she watched the whole thing with me. Marcus talking about the little kiddos, hearing about the stories, so they all come to Pandora to become vault hunters. What is the saying? What is the intro of that? Because he's talking about the vault containing infinite wealth. Fame. Oh, that's what he said. Fame, power, women. And it's just like a really seriously good intro for a game that is fundamentally really silly. You got psychos running at you with grenades, psycho midgets, psycho burning midgets. You got there's a lot going on in that game. There's a lot. All right, so we got more metal over here. Yes, that's a good place to go. How much metal am I at? 192. Yeah, it's kind of a tough... Wow. You know, I don't farm in lower level missions often, so to me, this looks like a rare resource. I know it's just copper, but still. That's awesome. I don't know why seeing copper just made me so happy, but it's just neat. Okay. And we got a crude hammer. What is that? I never pay attention to these lower level missions. It's planks, that's what that is. Although getting planks is super easy. So I understand that I did a lot in this mission. I will say first, I'll be the first to say it. I did not take full advantage of my farming loadout. I could have done a lot more. But when you're starting a brand new venture season, you are doing a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. You're farming kind of everything all at once, and what you end up with in the end is just kind of luck-based. But there you go. That's kind of how I play a first venture season. I might run a farming loadout for my next few games, or I might just farm in normal ways passively, because target practice, encampments, anomalies, shadow orbs where the mist monsters spawn, killing glowing animals, searching random containers, those 6 things can be done without a farming loadout. That's why I said I wasn't taking full advantage of my build, because I really wasn't. I wasn't even punching that much. So it's just really good to know that you don't need to be doing that. Did I get 0 combat? Johnny got 0 combat. Yeah, we weren't there to fight. So, yeah, easy mission. And because we did a power level 15 zone, about highest it'll let us run, it should be a decent amount of XP. And I think we should be jumping straight to Ventures level 2. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It doesn't matter. But still, to get Ventures XP for all that is a really good deal. And then you get gold. Gold is tight. And then, of course, you get the Battle Pass XP, which is great because I don't really play BR. But thanks to Save the World, I get to actually max out my Battle Pass every season, which is sweet. And I don't say that as a flex. Like, I barely make it. I barely make it. But did I make it to Ventures level 2? I did. So easy as that. There you go. I feel great shame. What is going on in that quest line? I'm out of here. Subscribe. Like the video. And enjoy your season, you guys. It's going to be a fun one.